What are we having for dinner? Nev?
Psst, psst. Hey. Could you see me? Gooey. Warmer, warmer. Colder. Warmer, warmer. I just thought I'd set up an observation post in this plant pot.
Would you like a nice cup of tea?
Cup of tea?
Who dares you say that?
I've got a brew on, haven't I?
Yeah,
Got the old, got a brew on.
I'll just get the dinner on.
Hang on a minute, I've just got to go to the toilet. That's better.
I'll just get... What do you want for dinner?
I hope you got my favourite. Amazonian snails and buffalo dung worms from Borneo, eh? Ho ho.
I got your dinner. Here you are. Right.
How's the kids? How's Bravo? Doing alright at school, is he? Charlie? Bet he's doing alright. What about Foxtrot? You know, I've always had my doubts about Foxtrot. I haven't heard much from Zero lately. You know, I never thought he'd come to much. Do you remember that time you sent me out in the garden to bring the washing in? And I was out there 6 months. I found my way back. Eventually. Yeah. Gonna write a book about that. Do you remember the time when we were up on the Brecon Beacons on an exercise? And the instructor came up to me and he said, hey, he said, look over there in the far distance on that ridge. He said, it's 2 camels. I thought, he's trying to test my mental faculties. He's trying to see whether I'm hyperthermalating. But anyway, I looked over at this ridge in the far distance on the Brecon Beacons and I said, oh yeah, I can see them. Yeah, 2 camels. Yeah. I thought, now I get him wondering, wasn't it, eh? I thought, oh. I'll tell you something about selection. First time I did selection, right? I come 25th to a flock of sheep. We got sent off on a special mission, didn't we, to blow up a balloon. Anyway, we took a taxi and we got lost in Abergavenny. I went out and let down a whole lake by cutting a pipe. I cut this plastic pipe through, didn't I? Let down the whole lake and flooded out all the gardens down the valley. They thought we'd had they couldn't understand it because we'd had beautiful weather for 6 weeks. Suddenly they got a flood. And I was in the lake, when I going round and round like a spider in a bath. There was this one time, you know, we were out on a special mission on the lawn, you know, in the garden, and we were testing tripwires. And I was on my hands and knees with a blown up balloon. and a pin, and I was just testing the trigger mechanism with the pin against the blown up balloon. And suddenly I heard this noise behind me, and I looked around. It's my neighbour, wasn't it? Leaning over the garden fence, and he was just saying, "Pop, pop, pop, pop." Okay then, dear, well, I'm just off down the pub.
How long are you going to be?
Yeah, let me see, it's about 150k there and 150k back. So if I adjust my night vision by looking out of the corner of my eyes, I should be back about 300 hours tomorrow morning. Grid reference 072364 021937.
Oh, then you'll be in bed with me.
Oh yes, and then we'll have a quick recce of your coordinates at Chinese Parliament, and by which time you should be ready for selection, and we'll be moving on to the higher ground. Don't worry, I'll be in and out, you'll hardly know I was there. And then I'll be doing a spot of rappelling down the lower slopes. So long as I don't get a cramp on, we should reach the base camp about 400 hours.
Oh.
And then it'll be just the final push
Oh.
to the top. Hopefully from there, if it's a clear day and the sun is in the correct aspect of the southern hemisphere at the right time of the year, longitudinally and latitudinally speaking, we should catch a glimpse of penny fun.